Hello, everybody, and welcome to the first episode of Hanging with the Heakes. I'm your host, Doreen Heek, and we are live, and we are excited to bring you our new vlog, which covers pretty much everything new in Dallas, everything pop culture, and all things wonderful. Our first guest with us today is Nate Price, owner of Grit and Grind Fitness and longtime family friend. And while you watch this today, we are also going to give you a chance to win a $50 Up Inspired gift card and a free personal training session with Nate. So stay tuned for some keywords, and you'll see what you have to comment in the YouTube box below, and we'll do that giveaway. So Nate, how are you?
Doing good, and you?
Pretty good, pretty good. So of course, I've known you for about 15, 20 years, maybe even longer, but let's give our audience a little bit of an insight as to who you are with a 30-second showdown.
Okay, let's get it.
Let's do it. So first question, where were you born?
Livingston, New Jersey.
And what is your favorite workout move?
King Kongs.
Okay. What about your favorite healthy breakfast?
Eggs, turkey bacon, avocado, and a smoothie.
Okay. Your favorite movie?
Bad Boys.
And if you had to pick between brunch with Bae or a late night date night, what would you pick?
Brunch.
Okay. Road trip or fly?
Road trip.
Do you like cardio or weightlifting better?
Weightlifting.
Would you rather have a smoothie or juice fruits?
Smoothie.
Okay. And would you rather do an indoor or outdoor workout?
Outdoor.
Nice. If you were a superhero, what would your superpower be?
Definitely telekinesis.
Okay. Want to be able to move things with your mind.
Exactly.
Got it. So now that we know a little bit about you, let's talk a little bit more about Grit and Grind Fitness and how everything got started.
Okay.
So from my understanding, you were in corporate America for a while, and it's extremely courageous in our society to walk away from a corporate job. You have benefits, all of that, to start your own company. So at what point did you decide this was something that you wanted to do for a career?
So like you said, I've been in the corporate world for some time. I was actually in banking for 10 years.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. But I got tired of the repetitive nature.
Okay.
And working for someone else.
Understandable.
But I did enjoy actually helping others.
Okay,
so that always stuck with me. I already had a passion for fitness and learning more about, fitness and the different moves that you can do in order to make yourself better. So I decided one day that I wanted to get certified about 2 years ago.
Awesome.
And I didn't do anything with it forever until one day I woke up one morning before work and sat on the ottoman for about 30 minutes and realized that this isn't what I wanted to do anymore.
Isn't it funny how God kind of puts you in this position and you're like, okay, I know this is my passion. I know this is what I want to do, but let me just wait until I get there and I have that it's now moment.
Exactly.
So tell us more about how your passion for health and fitness got started. Because I remember back in, I think from middle school, high school, you've always played sports, been involved in athletics or some kind of workout program.
Exactly. I played football, a little bit of basketball, definitely ran track and threw shot put and track and field. But I was always the guy that wanted to lift weights. I put 110% into everything that I did when it came to sports. But I had back surgery my senior year in high school, and that ruined my football career.
Oh.
But in turn, I ended up going to college and put on like 50 pounds within the first 2 years.
So you just bulked up.
No, it was bad weight. It was terrible weight. I was a little chubby for my height. So.
Okay.
But really what it came down to was I was out at a Halloween party with my wife, who was my girlfriend at the time, and we took a picture together, and I realized that I had put on all the extra weight. And I could tell the difference in my body between then and now, or then and the time before. So I decided I wanted to make a change,
right.
And I did. started working out, eating better, running, going to the gym every day. Made it a part of my daily routine. And that's really where my passion started growing.
Right.
People started asking me for tips. And then I knew I really wanted to help others, to get better and at themselves, be the better version of yourself than you were the day before. So
That's definitely understandable, and it makes sense then how naturally grit and grind kind of got started. It seems like fitness plays a very active role in your daily lifestyle.
yeah.
So what services are you offering currently with Grit and Grind?
So I do personal training. It could be 1 to 2 people for personal training.
Okay.
Small group training is typically 3 to 5 individuals, either individuals that know each other or individuals that I place together.
Okay.
As long as they have the same goals, then that are attainable, within the same amount of time, then we typically put those people together. But I also do youth training. Try to find fun exercises for kids. That way we keep them engaged in fitness and just making themselves better, especially in this day and age of video games.
Right.
It's not like when I was a kid, my parents would kick us out and we wouldn't come home until the streetlights came
Exactly.
on. So that's
We played tag, we were around the neighborhood, we were biking.
So I think it's very important to offer youth training as well. We do fitness and boot camps.
Awesome.
And I do nutrition planning as well.
Oh, cool. So you can actually kind of all-inclusive, really,
All
with Grit and
inclusive,
Grind.
yeah.
There's no reason why you shouldn't be going then, is
Exactly.
really what I'm hearing.
Exactly.
And we have a lot of listeners who have, multiple jobs. They might be single moms. They work long hours. What are some ways for those who say they just don't have time for the gym? What are some ways that they can make some lifestyle changes or tips that you would give them to kind of make that time?
So the biggest misconception about health and fitness is that you have to go to the gym. Most of my workouts can be done outside, right?
Okay.
They can be done in my living room. They can be done in the man cave as I'm watching a football game, So it's just about making that time or finding those little pieces of the day that you can do something. My tip to the working person that is always at work, that can never get out to go to the gym, find 15 minutes in the day to just go walk the office. My mom's done it for 20 years,
So kind
She's
of
pretty
utilizing
fit.
that lunch break or those
Exactly.
15-minute breaks that you get and just kind of
Exactly.
doing a couple laps around the office or walking steps.
Exactly. Got to do that, definitely. Taking the stairs as opposed to the elevator adds a little extra to your
Jesus
life.
is still working on my heart on that one. But, one of these days.
Definitely want to find just the 15 minutes here and there throughout the day to just do something. A lot of corporate offices nowadays have some type of trail around their building, or there's some type of sidewalk that you can just go walk.
That's true.
For the moms that have kids, find fun ways to just interact with your kids. I mean, you can buy a hula hoop if you have a little girl and just hula hoop with her for 15 minutes.
Or trampoline.
Or a trampoline.
Jump rope.
Go ride bikes. The kids need to be fit. You need to be fit. We need to make sure that the whole family's just living a healthy lifestyle.
So kind of making it more of a family activity in those aspects.
Exactly. Trying body weight exercises, like I said, while you're watching TV, while you're folding clothes, whatever. I mean, you can sit there and do squats and planks while you're watching an episode of Grey's Anatomy,
You might wind up on an episode of Grey's Anatomy, but it's okay. It's okay.
And then lastly, I would say your household chores, just turn them into an exercise. If you're sweeping, sweep a little extra harder, just run the vacuum up and down the rug a couple of times. And,
Right.
it's just anything you can do. Just find a way to get creative with it.
Okay.
That's what makes fitness fun, just getting creative.
So really what I'm hearing is it's more about making the effort to put that extra energy into what you're doing and really try and also
There's
kind of
always
burn
time.
calories or make the time or do
There's
things of that
always
nature.
time. There's always time. It just depends on how dedicated you are to making yourself better.
Okay.
That's what I believe. And I would say that a lot of my mentor would say the same thing. There's plenty of time.
So with that being said, for a lot of women, I know I always hear complaints about stomach, legs. I don't feel like I have my summer body.
Yeah.
Some women are already working on their winter bodies, whatever it may be. So What are some effective workout moves that can tone up your stomach, let's say?
So I always commit to like mountain climbers.
Okay.
They're very good for your abdominals and your obliques, and they get your heart rate up. I mean, that's the key, is to get your heart rate up and to burn those calories, to burn that fat. Let your body dip into its fat stores, so that way we can bring the stomach down. Mountain climbers good. Flutter kicks, similar. They target more lower abs.
Okay.
Planks, you don't move as much, but planks are an excellent exercise. It's actually a good total body exercise, but it strengthens the core, which actually will also bring your heart rate up.
Awesome.
But stomachs or when it comes to stomachs, nutrition is like key. That's like when they say abs are made in the kitchen, yes and no. I mean, you still have to work at it a little bit.
Right.
But, it's a mixture of the two.
And I think that's so important to bring up as well, because so many people feel like, well, if I run 10 miles a day, I can still go to McDonald's for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and I should be losing weight.
It doesn't work that way.
No,
I have some
all.
friends that are like that, but it doesn't work that way for everybody. Definitely not for me.
Right. And what about your legs? Legs are a key, in my opinion, to being healthy. I mean, of course, everything that we do is with our legs, making sure that you're toned, you're able to, sustain your weight, things of that nature. What are some good exercises to make sure that your legs are in the shape they should be?
So I would say squats in general are great, but I like goblet squats. It's just holding the weight. Yeah, it sounds real weird, right?
It does.
No, but they goblet squats actually help to strengthen like your hip flexors, your quads, your glutes, and your hamstrings, which are all, that's pretty much like your whole leg. It's a total body exercise at the same time though, because it strengthens your core. I mean, you have to hold a weight with your hands up by your chin. I mean, it seems complex, but it's simple. You just grab a weight and just squat,
Right. So
and you'll tone. Eventually you'll tone. I make my wife do squats all the time.
How does she feel about that?
I don't know. We'll have to ask her.
We might have to have Danielle call in later and let us know.
Another one I would say is maybe deadlifts.
Okay.
I love deadlifts, especially being that I had lower back surgery. It helps to strengthen your back as well as your legs.
Okay. Anybody with back issues, please take note to that.
Yeah, definitely. I take lower back seriously. I have a client right now who actually has some serious lower back issues, and the reason why she came to me was because I had the same issues. So it just doing things, when you take care of your legs, you take care of your core, your back will be fine. So and lastly, for legs, lunges. You can walking lunge. This is one of those things that you can do,
right?
For 15 minutes, just walking lunge down the sidewalk. I mean, I've seen ladies do it in the middle of 110 degree weather in Texas, so we can find time to do that if you want to tone those legs. And that's when I really
start to feel kind of bad if I'm not working out. I'm like, okay, if everybody else can find time in the middle of dead summer to do it, and we're in Texas, we definitely should be able to do something.
Yeah, and it's hot.
Very hot.
Real hot.
And where can people go to book a session with you or to contact you?
So they can come directly to my website. It's www.gritandgrindfitness.com.
And that is www.gritandgrind.com for those who missed it.
Yes. And also they can reach me by email, at nate@gritandgrindfitness.com, and that's NATE@GRITNGRIND fitness.com.
Perfect.
Or by phone at 972-896-9996. And they can also reach out to me via social media. My name is the same across all social media. It's at G&G Fitness PT.
Perfect. And we have that down at the bottom of the video for those who are watching. Before I forget, we do have to do the giveaway. So for your chance to win a $50 Up Inspired Kitchen gift card, please comment your favorite part of today's episode. And don't forget, you will also get a complimentary personal training session with Nate himself. I know he's so excited and looking forward. Also, make sure that you subscribe to our YouTube channel and that you're following Grit and Grind Fitness on social media, Up Inspired Kitchen on social media, and Hanging with the Heakes to be qualified to win. And links will also be put down below and on our social media channels as well. So whether you're looking for a single session, if you want to do a monthly workout, custom tailored packages, whatever it might be, Nate is definitely a great resource here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. He is, as you can listen to this podcast and the vlog, you will see that he's very educated in what he's doing, very knowledgeable about the industry. So please definitely reach out to Nate. And before we leave, I am going to ask Nate one thing, and we've kind of touched on it a little bit, but what are 3 habits that our listeners can break to start improving their health? So whether it's smoking, reducing caffeine intake, things of those nature, what are the 3 big things that you think really impact people's health?
I would say, if nothing more, at least go walking minimum 30 to 45 minutes per day. Nice brisk walk just to get your heart rate up and just to get your cardio. Increase your water intake because that actually helps with your how much you eat per day or throughout the day, and keeps your body hydrated. Especially for those in Texas, it's hot, so you have to drink water. You're sweating all the time.
Very true.
And learn to meal prep. Prepare healthy meals in advance to avoid any temptation throughout the week of eating out. I mean, it's huge. Meal prep on Sundays while you're not doing anything but watching an episode of Power, or whatever you like to watch. But yeah, that's those are the top 3, I would think. Those are the easiest that you can do for yourself.
Awesome. Meal prepping is something that is so hard for me personally. It's something that my husband always wants us to try, and I'm working on it. So, Chris, if you hear this, we'll talk about it when I get home. But until then, definitely tune in to us next week. We will have Up Inspired Kitchen on, and we are looking forward to having you guys subscribe and follow along as we start our adventure with the vlog. So thank you again for tuning in. Make sure that you reach out to Nate if you're looking for any personal training, fitness, anything of that nature. And don't forget to follow us on social media.